Good morning. Happy Friday, guys. How is everybody? All right, you guys come on in. I'm going to be trying something new today, and I'm also going to be going over so many new things that are happening this weekend, so many massive sales, so many big gifts, like so many things that are going on. So as you guys hop on, say hello. We're going to be talking about all the things. I'm going to be getting ready for I want to say lunch date. It's more a coffee date for me. I made a new friend. I was in the sauna. Look at this gray hair, you guys. I accidentally forgot, look at it up here. Look at all that salt and pepper. I accidentally forgot my, y'all, this is bad. I forgot my hair appointment. And so I literally was sitting here on Monday and my lady messaged me and she's like, hey, are you coming? And I sent her a message back and I was like, oh my gosh, did we have an appointment today? I forgot to write it down. And then coming back from the weekend with the family, just completely I forgot all about it. So yeah, missed my hair appointment. And then the only other time that she had an appointment was next week, but we have the kids next week. And so there was no way that I would be able to get the kids in time. You know what? Now that Brandy has her assistant helping me get the kids from school, because at the time I thought that I was gonna have to take them to school every morning, pick them up every afternoon, and run them to all of their sports and things that they have going every day. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna have time to do anything. So she fixed it to where they're gonna get somebody to take them to school and take them home. And then I will be there to take them to all their sports and do all the things with them after school. But I was like, I gotta work, I gotta do some things. So maybe, just maybe, my lady still has her like Tuesday or Wednesday open and I can go. I don't know. If not, I'm gonna keep it for the following week. So my grays are gonna grow out a little bit. All right, look at my nose. Let's go ahead. The elephant in the room. For any of you guys that are like, what happened to your nose? This is where I went to see my niece, and she is an esthetician. I did order me some new rose water. I got 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up a nice new beautiful rose water. Hold on, I've got to poke a hole in the top. So this is what I do, okay? Just a tip. To keep it from leaking as much, I keep this on and I poke a hole in the top. Just grab a pair of scissors or a pin, okay? Poke a hole in the top like so. And then when you stick your rose water top down in there, it's not gonna leak as much. Not that it leaks a lot, but like when I'm traveling, if it ever falls over, sometimes it'll be a little damp where it fell over. But let's just, new rose water. Well, let's get it going. There we go. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. I just washed my face. I woke up this morning and somehow our heat had been put on like a temporary, so it wasn't holding. So I had it set on 70, what did I have it set on? I had it set on 72, and I woke up and it was 66 degrees in the house. And I was like, oh no. So I went and looked and it was not locked in. So it was like, it would run for a little bit and then it would pop off and go back down to like 60 something. So I was like, why is it so cold? All right, we're gonna try something new. Something borrowed and something blue. No, seriously, we're gonna try something new. So this is the brand new PMD Beauty, which is on my curated site. Here's what I love about this whole new thing with our company is you guys are not locked into just one thing anymore. You guys say hello as you jump on. This is also gonna help the algorithm to where it lets other people know that we are here, because a lot of people say that Facebook does not notify them anymore. So if you'll just say hello, you don't have to talk to me. That's one thing I will always say. You don't have to talk to me. I'll say hi, but if you don't want to talk, you don't have to. And just hit the like button. Just do that to where it like pumps it out to where people know that we are live. Okay, a little bit more rose water. We're gonna put that hydration back into the skin. Thank you guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. You pushing those hearts really helps. So this is the brand new PM Do Beauty, okay? So with Unique, you guys know we have the vitamin C, where it's the little dehydrated. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you so much, you guys. Good morning. The little freeze-dried balls that you can do, and it's like a 7-day serum, okay? Now, here's the thing with that. Because it's such a strong vitamin C, you can only use it for 7 days, and you can't use any other products that have vitamin C in it because you're already getting such a big dose. So this is a daily vitamin C serum treatment that you can use every single day. And it's not gonna be, not that the other one's harsh, but it's just a little bit stronger. Love that. The bottle is super sleek and chic. Look at this. I mean, it looks like it's from the future. It looks like it's this like fancy schmancy space. Like, okay, we're gonna pull the little thing out. Oh yes, brand new bottle. Okay, so we are gonna use this. This is called Radiant. It is a 20% vitamin C serum. Now, what does vitamin C do? Vitamin C, look at that, okay? Vitamin C is going to help brighten. It is going to help with reducing the fine lines and wrinkles. You want to use your vitamin C in the morning, okay? So here's what you wanna do. Retinol at night, vitamin C in the morning. You're gonna put this serum on. It's gonna brighten your skin. It actually smells a little bit like citrus. You can smell the citrus. It's so smooth. It's gonna help lighten any of your sun damage, okay? So super excited about this because I'm gonna start using this every single day. So I went to see my niece Wednesday. I had to think about it. I'm like, when did I go? Wednesday. She dug out the milia that was in my nose. I still have a tiny, do you see that little dot right there? Right there. I still have a tiny little dot of milia right there. It is my job. She sent me home with a little tiny needle, and she said, you're gonna have to try to pick it out. And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, well, because your pain tolerance is a lot higher when you're doing something to yourself versus when somebody else is squeezing. So she's like, I want you to try to, you know, and squeeze it out, which is fine, because on the face, she could like push and dig and do that. But in the eye socket, there really isn't anywhere to push, right? So there's where we're at. The other thing that I learned is, let's open up my new Barboletta. Let me show you the full size. So I've had about 5 ladies grab the Barboletta. I have told you there are a couple of different options for you ladies. If you want the clean version of the lash serum, we have the Eternal. If you want a little bit stronger, you're gonna do the Barboletta, okay? Now the Barboletta is this size when you order it. So you guys have been seeing me use the little mini one that they sent me for free. So I got the little tester in the little PR thing. So this is the full size Barboletta lash serum, okay? So now you get to see your 2 options. There you go. So let's see, does it show me how much is in here? Lord, y'all, I can't read it. It's too small. My eyes are just getting so bad. So I'm gonna use up the little one until it's completely gone, and then we're gonna switch over to the full size. Now, I am gonna be putting together a really fun bundle for you guys today. It is going to be your vitamin C, it is going to be your choice of your lash serum, and it is going to be a rose water, okay? So if you want to grab that, today is a really good day to grab that, because you're also gonna get your free nails with this bundle, okay? You're gonna get your free nails. And you know, here's what I love about it is we're mixing and matching. So this is a mix and match bundle, okay? So the vitamin C serum, you guys are gonna wanna use every single day with your other Unique products, okay? Vitamin C is really, really good for your skin. So you're gonna get a full, this is huge, full-size thing of the PMD Beauty 20% vitamin C serum. Use this every morning, okay? Then you're gonna get, again, your choice of your lash serum, Borboleta or Eternal, and a brand new rose water, okay? So 3 different brands, 3 different companies, such a good bundle. And then you're gonna get your nails for free, okay? Love that. Again, this is a brand new bottle. I can't wait to go. So I met this person in the gym. I was in the sauna. The way it happened, hello, good morning, Deborah. Hello, ladies. Say hi as you jump on. It's funny. The way God works is crazy. So I went into the gym one day and I was cold. I typically try to start my workouts going into the sauna, okay? So I'm gonna use a little bit of my Youth Plexion serum, okay? So we let that vitamin C soak in just a little bit. Now, what my niece told me is if you wanna keep the milia down, when you wash your face, I did use the vitamin C and that's okay, but when you wash your face, try not to put all of your products around your eyes, okay? That was her tip. And I was like, wait, what? And she said, yes, if you're putting all of your product around your eyes and your whole face, that is a good chance that you're gonna wind up with a little bit of milia. And I was like, oh, I put all my products on my face everywhere. And she's like, most people do. They don't realize that it's too much. So she said, typically what you do is wash your face, spray it with your rose water, right? And then put your eye cream around your eyes, okay? Not too much, you don't want it too thick. So put your eye cream around your eyes, and then that is going to protect your eye area from getting too much of your skincare. Because if you do your oils, your creams, then your moisturizer, that's too much product around the eyes, and then the milia starts to grow. And I'm like, oh. And then she said, once you get a little milia, it will continue to grow and grow and grow. And I had no idea. So that is what we're gonna start doing. We're gonna get up, we're gonna wash our face, we're gonna put our eye cream around our eye, and then we're gonna do the rest of our stuff without putting it around the eyes. So I'm gonna take a little bit of the new oil, not a lot. I'm only going to take 3, so there's 1, 2, 3 drops, okay? And we're just going to tap this around the face and stay away from the eye area, okay? Again, I did not realize that all of that was actually feeding my milia. Did you guys know that? Did you guys know that you can feed your milia? I had no idea. And then she said it's like a little hard seed, which I knew because it's this little white, little hard seed. And then she said what happens is it kind of, not that it roots, but she's like, you got to get it all out. And if you don't get it all out, then it's going to continue to grow and it's going to get bigger, 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 okay? And we don't want that. So we're just going to go around the eye socket with all of the other ingredients, okay? All right, so there's what we're doing. All right, so I was in the sauna. I went in there to warm up, to stretch a little bit. It does make sense, right, Kelsey? Like, I didn't think about it. I was just like, oh, I'm putting all the oils and all the creams and all the stuff. And she's like, no, don't do that. This area around your skin, around your eyes, don't do that. I was like, okay, lesson learned. I'm not going to do that anymore. All right, let's do a little bit. Oh, Lord. Today must be one of those days. Okay, so we're going to take the Borboleta. Here's what I like about the Borboleta. Let me get my mirror. Also, let me tell you guys, guess what launched yesterday? My favorite mirror, okay, you guys, my favorite mirror. This is the one that has the light. It's got the magnifying mirror and it's adjustable. So when you're sitting here, okay, like look at this. when you're sitting here doing your makeup, you don't have to lean down. I can see everything that I'm doing. You just put your eye cream around your eyes. That's it. So look, I am legit just, you guys, I don't have to lean down anymore. I don't have to lean down anymore. You guys should see me when I'm trying to pluck my chin hair. Let me show you the obstacles that I was going through trying to pluck my chin hair the other day, because you guys know, if you've ever had one of those pesky chin hairs, especially one of those that's like a little wire, you know what I'm talking about? And if you know, you know, it's like a white hair that you can't see, and it's like very, very coarse. Here's what I was doing. Because I needed a 10 times magnification mirror, okay? And I have my Abigail one that I travel with, but same thing, I have to like bend down to see it. I would take this, put it on the counter, okay? And then I was leaning down, because when you have one like that, you have to hold you need both hands to where you can find it, and then you can pull your skin tight, and then you can pull it, right? Again, if you know, you know. And I was having to get down in my 10 times magnification to be able to see this. Or I was taking my legs, holding my mirror, and doing this to try to get to it. So once I got this one, I was like, okay, this is a lifesaver. It has a light. It has the regular one so that I can see to do my makeup. And then you can flip it to where you've got your 10 times. Oh, see, I just flipped it, and all of a sudden I see a eyelash hair on the side of my nose that I did not see. Oh, there's one right there. It's either a brow hair or an eyelash hair. But I mean, you guys, you can see so much. It's insane. It's actually kind of scary. It's actually kind of scary because you don't really want to see that much, but it's nice when you need it. So I'm gonna flip it back around to where I can do my makeup with this mirror because it's so good, okay? So anyway, I was in we're gonna let this soak in. I was in the sauna and I was working. That's what's crazy. I was in the sauna and I was working, but what I was doing is I was typing to a couple of, what in the world? I was typing to a couple of customers, and it got to the point to where when I was typing, I was having to type too much. So I always try to be very quiet when I'm in the sauna because I don't want to disturb other people. Okay, I don't want to disturb other people. I think that that's rude, and I'm not that person. But I sigh quietly. Okay, I'm gonna put on my day cream. So this is the jelly. I'm almost out, but I've got to back up because I have this on a subscription. Oh my goodness, it's so smooth, and it smells so good. It smells some kind of like fruit, almost like a light cucumber. Okay, so we're gonna put it in our brow hair, but I'm not gonna put it in my eyes, around the eyes. We're gonna bypass that, and we're gonna hit the top of the hands. Okay, so I'm sitting in there and I'm like, okay, I need to message these people, but I was getting like really frustrated with trying to type because my phone kept changing it to other things. And there were two ladies in there. One had headphones on, and then the other one was sitting on the other side, and we've got like a long sauna. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it really quietly. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it real quiet. So I turned on my dictation, like my mic, and I was whispering. I was like, okay, and it'll dictate your whispers, okay? So I was sitting there doing that, and I did it a couple times, and the lady started talking to me. And at first I didn't realize she was talking to me, but she looked over because I was in my phone, and she goes, isn't that the best thing invented? And I heard it, but I thought she was talking to somebody else. And so I like looked up, and she goes, and I was like, excuse me? And she goes, the dictation, isn't that the best thing ever invented? And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so good. I was like, it makes life so much easier. So we started talking, and come to find out, she's an esthetician. she's into, into the beauty business. She's into skincare and helping women feel better about their skin and feel confident in their skin. So we started talking, and it was so funny because I overheat. How many of you, I'm curious, I'm very sensitive to heat. How many of you are like that? How many of you, like when I go into a sauna or go into a steam room, I can only stay in there for a short period of time, and then I overheat and I start to see like little black spots in my vision, and I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So it's interesting because typically when I go into the sauna, I don't talk. I just sit there and look at my phone and do my time, and then I get out, right? So I'm just letting all of my skincare soak in. So whenever somebody starts talking to me in the sauna, I end up staying too long, and I'm pushing my limit. And I start to, like, I know you go into the sauna to sweat and to heat, right? I know that. But because of my sensitivity to heat, I have to be really careful. So whenever I start to feel like the sweat dripping down in between like my sports bra and stuff, I'm like, oh, I've been in here too long. Okay. So we start talking and we push the limits. Okay. Happy Friday, Erin. Thank you for jumping on. We're definitely pushing my heat limit. Okay. So I stood up because I was like, uh-oh, I'm going to get in trouble in a minute. So I stood up and I kind of like walked towards the door, and me and her are still talking. And then I said to her, I was like, I'm so sorry. I have to get out or I'm going to pass out. So she came out with me. I think she was getting to the point to where she was getting out as well. So we continued our conversation outside the sauna room, in the locker room. And I don't know, we just like, she gave me her information. We exchanged phone numbers and stored each other in the phone. And then we did the like, a couple of hours went by and we did the like, it was so nice to meet you and blah, 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 blah. And then I said, do you want to grab coffee sometime? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, and she goes, what about next Friday? So here we are, it's Friday. I'm going to meet her at 12:30. It's not far from the house. And then we're just gonna like get to know each other. I feel like I'm going on a date. Like we're gonna get to know each other, and I'm gonna find out, if I think she's gonna be a new friend. I love making new friends. Not that I need any new friends, because I feel like the friends that I have now fight over doing things with me. Like Pat always says, he's like, Brianna, quit making friends because everybody wants to hang out with you and we don't have enough time. And I'm like, and then my other friends are like, wait, you have more friends than just me? And I'm like, I do. But I love making friends. I love talking to people. I'm such a people person. I will make friends everywhere. Okay. I don't have to know anybody. I will go in and make new friends everywhere. And the funny thing is my husband is the same. So we're a pair. We are a pair because we both are very social, which is funny because I feel like my husband is kind of quiet. Like when we go into a party, or if we go into a new, I'm going to use the illuminating primer today. When we go into like a new setting, a lot of times he just kind of stands there, but he will talk to people. Like he will talk to strangers, but he's kind of like, people look at him as like a security guard. I'll never forget. So we live in Georgia, okay? And anybody that lives here locally is gonna know what I'm talking about. So if you've ever heard of Johnny's Hideaway, so it's a club, but it's not. It's like a bar. It's a bar, and then after a certain time, people come and it kind of turns into like a club, okay? Johnny's Hideaway is like famous. Everybody that lives in Atlanta or comes to Atlanta hits up Johnny's Hideaway, okay? It's really cool. Making new friends as an adult can be really hard. It is. It's so hard as an adult. So I think that's why I said like God works in mysterious ways and brings people into your life. Now, I'm not afraid to talk to people, like, which is crazy because I am definitely a talker, okay? If you meet me, I will talk. And I haven't had a drink. Wow. I haven't had a drink in I don't know how long. And not because I have a problem, but I just I don't know. I just haven't. Like, I want to say Christmas. At Christmas, We were at Brandy's house and she gave me a glass of champagne. I took 2 sips and then I gave it to somebody else because I just didn't want it. To me, it's just not worth having one of my episodes. And if you know what my episodes are, I'm 2 hours from you. We need to get together. We need to get together for sure. We need to plan a time and meet and get together. I guess I didn't realize that. Giselle, I didn't realize that you were 2 hours from me. So Johnny's Hideaway is this place, okay? So you go in, it's small, it's dark. They've got like a disco ball on this tiny little dance floor. They've got like the old school, like red carpet. It's like a nostalgic, like throwback 1970s bar, okay? We have been a couple of times and we always have the best time, okay? The best time. And that place gets packed. Like I said, if you get there early, it's great. If you get there late, you have to stand in line and wait because it's so small that you have to wait for people to come out for you to be able to get in. Love it. Been going there for years. I know, Mom. That's what I was saying. Like anybody in the Atlanta area, like Johnny's Hideaway is a little diamond in the rough. Now, it's nothing fancy, okay? It's nothing fancy, but it's fun, okay? But I'll never forget, we went to a birthday party and there was a big group of people. They got there early. They had like a huge grouping of tables. They took like 4 round tables and put them together for us. And we got there and my husband just kind of stands there like this, okay? Not that he's not having a good time. He just stands there like this. I'll never forget this. I'll tell you another story. So all of our friends are there. We're talking, we're laughing. Pat's talking to some of the people that he knows. Well, there's another wave of friends that come in that we don't know. We've never met them, okay? And so for a little bit, this one guy, Rochelle says, I'm not a big drinker either, but I have to have a margarita. Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. When I go on vacation, I will have a margarita, okay? And then I do like a glass of champagne every now and then, but I'm just not a big drinker. Like I am like a 1 drink. That's my max. 1.5 is my limit, okay? Just because I'm such a lightweight and it's just not worth getting sick. And I get sick really easy. I actually need to go have an endoscopy done. I've got my order on the counter in there and I just haven't scheduled it. So we're gonna try to cover this up and we're also gonna cover up the under eye area, okay? I'm trying to decide, we're gonna do this first. Yeah, we're gonna do this first. So we're gonna let this kind of sit for like a minute in this area, okay? So we're gonna let our concealer kind of dry down a little bit. That's what we wanna do, okay? Because if you let it dry down for about a minute, it's going to cover more, okay? So there's a little tip for you. If you let it dry down just a little bit, it's gonna cover more, okay? So we're gonna let that sit on our eyes for just about a minute, okay? So anyway, we're sitting there. Well, a new wave of friends come in and there's like 2 guys that we don't know. And you know how, I know, Mom, don't lecture me on here. You guys, my mom is lecturing me. I know I need to go to the doctor. I know it's time for a colonoscopy and an endoscopy. So much fun. Yay for aging. Which I will say my acid reflux has flared up and I'm back to taking like omeprazole. It sucks getting older. I'm like, can't I just go back to when I was like 20 and I could drink and it didn't bother me and I could eat hot wings and I could eat before bedtime and it didn't bother me? Like, the aging process sucks. All right, so we're gonna let that sit for a minute. Let's go ahead and do the eyelids because that one, we don't need a ton of coverage. We're just gonna tap that in. So anyway, you know how guys are. Guys get like, they're like dogs, okay? Guys are like dogs. They're very territorial. And these guys kept eyeing my husband, okay? They were like standing, and we have a friend named Curtis. My mom knows who Curtis is. Curtis is this big Irish looking man, okay? Like 6'3", 6'4", huge jacked Irish guy with tats all over him. But he's a big teddy bear, okay? Big teddy bear. He's one of our really good friends. He he calls us all the time randomly out of the blue, and he's like, just wanted to check in on you guys and see how you were doing. Okay, look at this. We're covering. That thing was ugly, and we're covering. Do you guys see the coverage? This is our new Pro. Look at that. It's gone. That's our new Pro concealer, okay? Anyway, super, super nice guy. He has 2 daughters. When you talk about like a big teddy bear, that is Curtis. Now, he's also somebody that I would not want to off, okay? I would not want to be on his bad side because he is a big dude, but such a nice guy. Him and his wife are some of our really good friends. Anyway, so the other guys that come in kind of look like him. They're like big, tatted up, you know, and they're like eyeing my husband because they're like, who's this dude? And I was like, oh no, oh no. So at one point, one of the guys, because like 30, 45 minutes goes by and they don't really like move. They just stand over there by our friend Curtis. Okay, let me flip this around and see. Oh yeah, I did a good job. So some time goes by, and then out of nowhere, Curtis introduces my husband to these other guys because these guys were really uncomfortable. Everywhere we go, people think my husband is either, this is what we get. Is he a cop? Is he a fireman? Is he a wrestler? Is he military? That's what we get everywhere we go. Most of the time, people are like, he looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that is like, even this weekend when we were up in the mountains, we were at a restaurant and some people stopped him because they thought he was Stone Cold. We get that all the time, everywhere we go. And we went to Dunkin' Donuts on the way, and the girl in the window handing us our drink was like, you look like a wrestler, but I can't think of who it is. And I was like, Stone Cold. And she goes, yes, that's who you look like. And I was like, yeah, he gets it all the time. People constantly stop him thinking that he is a wrestler. So I think because he's kind of looks like that, maybe I don't know. I just know that, you know, they were like, who's this dude over here? Why is he standing, you know, next to our table? He's not talking to anybody. Although he was talking to the rest of us. He was talking to like Curtis and to some of the other guys. But anyway, he wasn't talking to them, and it made them uncomfortable. So again, guys are weird. Guys are super territorial, and they're like, why is this dude standing here with my friends? And he's not talking to me. So Curtis was like, I guess they asked our friend Curtis who Pat was. And he's like, oh, that's Pat. He's harmless. And so then he introduced us to these people, and then they like chatted all night. But it was just interesting because I was like, Pat stands there and people are like, who's this guy? Because he looks like he's either, like I said, a cop or a bouncer or, you know, because my husband is 6'3" and he's 200 and something pounds. So I could see how people might think that. And I don't know, you guys should see his badge for work. He looks like a convict. He really does. Because my husband doesn't smile much, so he looks super intimidating. He looks like he's mad. And so his work picture, which is funny because when they do meetings, this is the picture that pops up on the computer, and he seriously looks like it is a inmate picture. He's standing there. My husband, he works out his neck. He was a football player in college, and so his neck is really thick, and then he's got like big shoulders. It's actually one of my favorite parts. It's so funny. When we were dating, I used to always tell him that. I'm like, I love your neck. And he's like, what? That's weird. Let's do this. So boyfriend, husband, whatever. What's your favorite, other than dirty? Okay, you guys don't go dirty. We're not going to go there. What's your favorite body part on a man? Like shoulders, back, good legs, arms, neck. Like, what's your favorite body part of a man? I would say mine is definitely back, and then I love a good neck and shoulder area. I know this is weird. You guys know with me, you never know what you're gonna get. We're just gonna talk about this today. What's your favorite? Oh yeah, this is about out. Thank goodness I just ordered me a new one. What is your favorite? Mine is definitely like shoulders, upper back, and neck. So my husband works out his neck. He looks like a crazy person at the gym. He lays on a bench and takes a 45-pound weight, one of those big round ones, and he puts a towel on his head, and then he puts the weight on his head, and he legit lays off the bench, and he does neck exercises like this with his head. And then he turns sideways and puts the 45 on the side of his head, and he does this. He does this, and then he'll switch, and then my husband does a 45-pound weight on this side of his head. I'm like, he looks like a beast. It's crazy. People will stop and stare at him when he's working out because they're like, what is this dude doing? At one point, he strapped a, like, you know, the cable machine. He's got this thing that you can strap on your head, and he'll stand over there and he'll adjust the weights, and then he'll do like workouts all with his head. I will never forget looking across the gym one time, and this man was like staring at my husband, trying to figure out what he was doing. It was just so funny. Let's see. Pam says her husband's hands. That's a good one. That's a good one. I do like good strong hands. I'm weird. I don't like soft hands. I'm like, I don't want my man to have soft hands. I think I'm picky. I must be picky. Okay. All right, so we did a little bit of cream foundation to where we've got a nice even coverage, but it's not a full coverage. It is a like light coverage, but we still have this very natural sheen, so it looks hydrated. Let's see, Rachel says, the abs and the V-line, I think that's a nice look. Yes, that's a nice look. I don't think that that's realistic though, because how many men actually have that? Not a lot. I don't think that that's something that's like, I don't know if I've ever had abs in my life. I really honestly don't. I don't know if I have ever had, like, I've got, you know, a decent stomach, but I don't know that I could ever say, oh, I've got a six-pack. I don't think I've ever had a six-pack. Even when I was in my teens, I don't know that I ever had a six-pack, but it does look nice on a man, I will say. Do you guys remember that video? Who was that? Who was that video? Was that singer? And like the whole video was just him in like some low-cut pants, and they were just, he had no shirt on. Who was that? Anyway, another thing, another time was when my mom was having this Halloween party. I'll never forget this. So my husband doesn't drink at all. He never has ever in his life. Now he is a taster. He will taste. Like if I get a margarita, he will taste my margarita. If I get, like this weekend when we were up at the Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge, like they're known for moonshine up there. Listen, okay? They're known for moonshine, and they had like tons of moonshine tasting places. And it's definitely rare, right? You don't see it a whole lot. It does take a lot of work. So they had moonshine tasting, and my niece and nephew bought like a banana cream moonshine. And so we were sitting there one night at the cabin playing board games. Well, Mark Wahlberg definitely had it in his Marky Mark era, right? Of course, he probably still does. He works really hard. But the Calvin Klein commercial, Marky Mark and the Calvin Klein commercial, that was just, that was good. That was good advertisement. But he will taste it. So we were playing board games. I bought these really fun music games, and my husband was like, hey, can I taste this? And it was so funny because my stepdad was like, Pat's drinking? And I'm like, he's not drinking, he's just tasting it. He just likes to taste it just to see what it's like. Okay, so we're gonna go up in here. We're gonna go up in here. wasn't that guy's name D'Angelo or something that had that video? It was all in like the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. There was a movie, Rachel, do you remember that? There was a movie with Mark Wahlberg in it. And it was Steve Carell. I don't remember the name of the movie. But every single time Steve Carell would like be around Mark Wahlberg in the movie, he would not have his shirt on. And at one point he opened the door and Steve Carell was like, "Do you own a shirt?" That was hilarious. What was the name of that movie? That was such a good one. It was Tina Fey, Mark Wahlberg, and Steve. What did I just say his name was? Steve Carell? I think that's his name. I hope I'm not getting it wrong. All right, we're gonna make this lip plump up. Look at that. Instantly gives it a flip. Look at that. Sitting on a stool. Yes, sitting on a stool. You're talking about that music video, right? Is that what you're saying? That was it. He didn't have a shirt on. And they had him like all oiled up. That was the whole video. Okay, we're gonna go in with a little bit of blush. Now, I will tell you guys, there is a two huge sales going on right now, okay? Number one, Casey Chic has lost their mind. Casey Chic has lost their mind. The date night movie, yes, that's it. So freaking funny. That movie was hilarious. The date night movie, that one was good. I want to say that one was filmed here in Atlanta. They're filming a movie not far from my house right now. They've got all of the signs up. They always use these like yellow signs with these weird encryptive like letters and arrows pointing in the direction to tell the actors where to go. We drove by it yesterday and Pat's like, "Oh, they're shooting a movie in the Dawsonville forest." Hello, Kim. Happy Friday. All right, so we're using the color Fresh Orchid. Fresh Orchid is today. All right, and now let's blend all of this down. Tap, 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 and blend it out. Anyway, okay, Casey Chic has lost their mind. They're doing a 95% off sale on so many good pieces. Some of them are my favorite pieces, like some of my favorite earrings and bracelets and necklaces. 95% off. You guys, you can get jewelry for like dollars, like $10. You can get jewelry that was originally like a regular priced necklace. You can get it for like $11. It's insane. And then we have, today is the last day for the last chance items for Unique. And some of these are marked down so much because they're gone after today. You're not going to be able to get them. So if you want to see any of those, like if you want the Casey Chic deal, let me know. You can either click on the link that's in the description of the video and go check out the warehouse or spring sale, I think is what they're calling it, and check out all the pieces. Like this is one of the pieces. Some of my favorite earrings. Let me show you. These are some of the earrings. I'm actually going to wear these today. These come in like 4 different sizes. There's earrings to match this. There's necklaces, there's bracelets, there's rings, there's anklets. There's so many things in the sale and it's 95% off. Okay. Now things are going to start to sell out really quickly because it's such a big discount that people are going to go on there and shop like crazy. They've got some cute summertime stuff too. Okay. I need some sun. I need to actually tan. I need to tan because I'm starting to look really, really pale. We need to get ready for the Dominican. We leave, I mean, what is it, like 30 something days? I ordered some clothes because we found out what our themes are. Casey Chic. Lori, you want the link? Babe, you want the link for Casey Chic? Is that what you're asking for? I can drop it in here if you want it. I ordered me some clothes off of Fashion Nova. You guys know I'm super, super cheap. I'm like that. I will wait for the big sales and then I will shop. And I'm okay with that. I'm not embarrassed. I think that it's smart. I think that it's smart to get things on sale. All right, we're gonna push this in. This is our setting powder. Yes, okay. Let me do that for you. Let me pin the Casey Chic. Show it. Show it. There we go. Okay, there's the Casey Chic. You should be able to see that. All right, just tapping in a little bit of setting powder. Not a lot, just a little bit. Look at this under eye compared to that under eye. Looks so good. We're gonna try to cover up her just a tad because she's so big. Perfect, perfect. All right, I'm just using this little bitty brush. You're so welcome. Listen, for some cheap stuff, like it's not cheap stuff, but for some cheap prices with some good stuff, I would definitely be stocking up. I wanted the Odette tennis necklace. I've been waiting for that to like really come down and it's sold out. I'm so sad. I really wanted that. That's on my wish list. I was telling Brandy that the other night at dinner. I was like, I really want the Odette so bad. But I just don't want to pay for $400 and I don't want to pay $200 for it. But I know it's a tennis necklace, so I know it's worth it. I'm just cheap. Okay, so we've got the under eyes set. Hello, Lexi. Good morning. Let's do a little bit of setting around here. So I'm going to grab a little bit of this setting powder. We're going to pick some up and then we're going to put it in the top. I like to use the top to kind of mix it around to where there's not too much. This is just going to buff down if you feel like you got too much shine. There we go, perfect. And it's gonna set everything as well, so we're good. All right, let's do a little bit, I don't think I did under here, I can't remember. Tomorrow is gonna be so much fun. Do you guys wanna know what we're gonna do? It's really not. It's not gonna be fun at all. And I pray that I don't get bit by a snake. Really pray that I don't get bit by a snake. Not a lot. Girl, just a little bit. I can't say just a little bit without my husband saying that LOL, he's off Christian men's retreat, so I'm missing him. Oh, well, that's kind of cool. That's funny. We always do that too. Like when we say things, we always flip into whatever song that comes to mind. Thank you, Lexi. I know my daughter has been so sick. The other day, what day was that? Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. Tuesday, it was Wednesday. My daughter called, she FaceTimed, and she was literally hugging the toilet. Like I opened up the camera and I was like, hello. And I was like, oh no, she had her head on the toilet and she's been so sick. This pregnancy has not been good. She was not this sick with Carter, but she has been very sick with this baby. She wants to name her Georgia, but I don't think her husband wants to name the baby Georgia. So if she does, it would be Carter and Georgia. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys like the name Georgia? I like the name. I think it's cute, but I told her I feel like, I don't know. I told her, she's like, you don't like it? And I was like, listen, if you name her Georgia, it will be fine. I think it's very pretty. I was like, but I think it will be, I was like, you're going to move back to Georgia. So is Georgia going to live in Georgia? She's like, Mom. I'm like, I'm just making you think about it. Like, if you're going to live in Georgia, is her name going to be Georgia? And then my son-in-law was like, this morning I was talking to Carter, and boy, she was being sassy. She kept telling me that she was a princess. She had her princess dress on. And right now, she's been so sassy that she keeps getting her dresses taken away. But this morning she kept saying, I don't know my little sister's name. My mom's gonna have me a little sister, but I don't know her name. That's what she kept saying. And I was like, I know, babe, I don't know her name either. When we were in the mountains, I was trying to come up with names. I was like, what about Parker? I was like, Parker, Mason. I was like, what about some cute little names like that, like Parker Grace? Tyler was like, Mom, we'll figure it out. Georgia is cute. I really do like that name. But ooh, I said Savannah too. That's what I said. I was like, what about Savannah? I was like, Savannah is cute. So I don't know. We'll see what they come up with. But yes, if she names her Georgia, I think it's adorable. Oh, I love Lily Mae. I think that's adorable. See, I love the little names like that. I helped my sister name her daughter Harper. We were going to do Harper Grace, and then she went with Harper Megan. So I think that's why I keep sticking with Grace. I was like, what about Parker Grace? Because we've got Carter June. And I was like, what about Parker Grace? Or Savannah. Savannah would be cute. All right, I'm doing this look because I did it the other day and it really turned out pretty. I'm just taking a really light brown. This is the palette 10. I'm taking that light brown right there. And I'm just doing the whole lid, okay? We're just doing the whole lid. And then what's left on the brush, we are going to just blend up and out. And we are gonna go kind of up into the beginning of the brow right there, but then we're not gonna touch the rest of the brow. So we got a brand new bundle today, guys. Brand new bundle. This is what you're gonna get, okay? Ugh, what was on my lips? Ugh, gross. You are gonna get this brand new PMD Beauty full size 20% vitamin C serum. You're gonna wanna use this every morning, okay? This is great for anti-aging. This is great for brightening your skin. Great for getting rid of sunspots and sun damage, okay? You're gonna get this. You are gonna get your choice of the Exalted Lash Serum or the Borboleta Lash Serum, your choice. If you don't want the lash serum, you can switch this out for something else. And then you are also gonna get your new rose water. So 3 different brands. I'm really excited about this one. This is the PMD vitamin C serum. What I like about that is a serum that you can use daily, where the unique vitamin C is kind of like a powerhouse of vitamin C. So you use it for 7 days and then you stop. And you can only do that one once a month because it is a stronger dose. So this one's a little bit more gentle and it is long-term. You can use it every single day and it's really good. Yes, and you can call her Gracie. I have a friend with a Gracie Hope. That's pretty. I like Gracie Hope. Oh, I never thought about Hope. Hope would be cute too. My sister has a friend named Hope. She's a sweetheart. She works with her and my husband. Oh, I will say this. You guys say a little prayer. My husband, we're waiting on test results to come back. We're a little nervous, okay? If you guys could please keep him in your prayers. He has a spot up underneath. So it's under the arm, but it's more over here on the chest wall. We don't really know what it is. He's freaking out because he is a cancer survivor. And it's just Brianna with one N. You're not blowing up my comments. You're fine. I love when you guys talk to me. It gives me somebody to talk to. But he had an ultrasound done on Wednesday. and we're waiting for the results to come back. He said that he was trying to look at the ultrasound, but he didn't know what he was looking at. And he said it looked like it had a lot of fluid in it. But whatever it is has definitely grown, so it's getting larger. The doctor tried to call him yesterday, and he was in the gym, and he missed it. So if you guys could just say a little prayer that it's just like a little cyst, that it's not anything that's going to be cancerous. That's our main like priority right now, is like, we're just like, please God, don't let this be cancer. Please let this just be a cyst. Please let this just be something, you know, that maybe they need to go in and remove it. That's fine. Go in, we'll remove it. He's like, as long as it's not something that is cancerous. And I think anybody that has ever been through, because he was really, really upset the other day. He was like, I don't want to have to go back through chemo. I don't want to have to go back through radiation. He's like, please just don't let this be that in a different spot in my body. So we're just say a little prayer, please. Thank you guys. I really appreciate that. Prayer definitely works. And we will take all the prayers that we can get. It's always scary, right? It is. Yeah, he came to me and he was like, hey, do you think I should go to the doctor? And I was like, what do you mean? And he said, well, I've got this little place over here. And he showed it to me. And it had been there before, but it was really small. And it was just this tiny little lump over here. But it's gotten a lot bigger. Now it's like this big. It's an odd shape, and it's even trying to like come up. The doctor even said that it looks like it's trying to get like a little head on it. And so they're just kind of freaking out. Hello, Yvette. About London. It's, ooh, London's pretty. I like that, Yvette. After the baby is, oh my goodness, that's really pretty. I like that a lot. Carter and London. I'm gonna throw it out there to her. We'll see what she says. We'll see what she says. I really think she's stuck on Georgia, but we will definitely see what she says. I do like London. I like different names. I'm that person. I love different names. Does the P and D vitamin C wear well? Yes, it does. I've got it on right now. Ignore my little spot. I've got it on right now. You just got to give it time. So remember, with your skincare, make sure you put it on and let it fully absorb, so that, because if you try to put it on and then immediately go into makeup, it's going to feel sticky. And sometimes it makes your makeup ball up. So just make sure you put it on, let it dry, which is why I will, like when I'm doing my lives, I'll take a fan and like really try to get it to dry. But I've got it on up underneath my makeup right now. I used the cream foundation and our Pro Concealer. And I'm even covering up a spot where my niece was digging out my milia. I got a big old hunker over there. It's a big old red scabby thing where she had to like make a hole in my skin and then try to squeeze out all the milia. It was so painful. At one point it just went numb. At one point I was like, well, I can't really feel it anymore. You've been squeezing so hard, and it was so painful that it just went numb. All right, let's see. Let me sit on my lashes. Let's do a little bit of the brows. So again, 95% off on the warehouse sale with KC Chic today. It's actually today and tomorrow. They might extend it into Sunday, but today and tomorrow. And the one thing I will tell you is you're gonna wanna go grab it, because the good pieces are gonna sell out. Okay, the good pieces are gonna sell out. Like the pieces that are like priced really good, they're gonna sell out so fast. definitely let your skincare dry, okay? Here's what I'm gonna tell you. The lip mask is coming back, but the lip mask is going to eventually go away. However, and you guys know the lip mask is my favorite. I'm very, very sad about this, but they did do a little wink, wink, nod, nod, okay? So let me just tell you this. If you're like me, Rebecca, I'm obsessed with a lip mask. I have like 3 or 4 containers open all the time, okay? 3 or 4 containers of the lip mask open all the time. It's gonna come back in stock. When it comes back in stock, I would say buy your lip mask. Grab you about 4 lip masks because there's gonna be something coming. And this is my guess, okay? When they did the wink, wink, nod, nod, when they were talking about the lip masks retiring, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that wink, wink, nod, nod, and I'm gonna wishful thinking, okay? Wishful thinking, and this is something that I have told Pat for years. I wish they would take our lip mask formula and put it into a tube. I don't know that that's the case. That is my guess, okay? Stephanie, what is the eyeshadow you are using? So the eyeshadow that I have on is number 10, okay? Number 10, but it's this little brown right here. That's all that I have on. It's so pretty. I love it because it's a nice kind of like natural, it's not too much. You don't look like you're doing glam. That's what I'm using. But that's my guess, okay? Again, I don't have facts that will support my theory, but that's my theory, okay? I am thinking because our lip mask is such a good seller, I don't think they're gonna actually take it away. I think what they're gonna do is I think they might even reformulate it. I don't know. I'm just playing off of the wink, wink, nod, nod, okay? But I have said to my husband, because my husband uses our lip mask as well, because it's that good that men, when you let them try it, they will get obsessed with it too. But I told him it needs to be in a tube, because I hate when we go out, like think about this, when we go out line dancing, when we go out to a festival, to a concert, the lip mask container as of now is this round. I think what it was designed for, if you really break it down and think about it, I think the lip mask was designed to be used for nighttime, to put it on before you go to bed with your skincare. The problem is, all of us girls love it so much that we use it during the day. And so carrying around that little container like this, you can't really put it in anything, right? It won't fit in my pocket. When I switch over to my small pocketbooks, it doesn't fit. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take your wink, wink, nod, nod, and we are going to bet. I'm gonna bet on that. And I'm gonna say, I think we're gonna get us a lip mask back, but I think it's gonna be in a different container. And it's gonna be a lot more portable and easier for us girls to carry it during the day. That's what I think. I'm excited. We're gonna see if my wish comes true. We're gonna play with that and see we're gonna see how accurate I am. I don't know. I don't have any connections like that. I don't sell enough for them to give me the inside skinny on things like that. Okay, I have no idea, but that's just what I wish. And if it happens, I'm gonna be so happy. My face is peeling a little bit. Definitely give your vitamin C time to absorb. Like I'd say, do it first thing in the morning. Don't do what I did. Don't put it on and give it 8 minutes to absorb. That's not enough time. Do as I say, not as I do. Isn't that what we tell our kids? That's what I was thinking. They'd get out of that glass container. Yeah, and I have to say, because I can't tell you how many times I drop my glass containers. I'm notorious for dropping stuff. I drop my, I'm so bad. I drop them and then the lid cracks because it's on the glass, and then I drop it on the concrete and it rolls in a parking lot. That's what I do. I'm terrible. All right, I'm gonna use the color Blushing because it's so pretty. We're gonna put it on the cheeks. Oh, I need to make that eyeshadow go up just a little bit. So we're gonna take this and we're just gonna go up and out. Some little swirls. That just gives you that lift with your eyes. If you feel like your eyes look like they're drooping a little bit, just kind of go up and out. And then we're gonna do this right on top of those cheekbones. Today is the last day that you can grab any of the last chance stuff, okay? So anybody that wants to grab any of the last chance, there's like really cheap, like $4 eyeshadows and like all kinds of things. If you want to grab it before it's gone, today is it. After today, Friday the 13th, they're taking them off the website. You can't get it anymore. So if you want to grab anything, if there's anything in there that you need to stock up on, go into my curated link, go into the last chance deals and grab you whatever it is you need, because they're taking them off the website today and you will not be able to get them, okay? We can create you, I'm actually gonna make some really small bundles that are probably gonna end up being like under 50 bucks, okay? I'll probably even make some that are only like $20 bundles. If you wanna see that, let me know, because like I said, today's the last day that you can grab any of these makeup items and skincare items. Then they're gonna be gone, okay? They're gonna retire, they're gonna be gone, and we will not be able to get our hands on them. All right, I just took the Blushing and put it right up underneath the brows. I think I can take this off now. My knee's dermaplane, so I've got a little bit of like skin because of the exfoliating. Okay, let's do my lashes. I got it nice and warm. I always sit on your mascara, or if you want to put it, like some people put it in their bra, I like to sit on it because you know how like when you get up from a chair, your chair's really warm, then you know your mascara is going to be nice and heated, and you're going to get a gorgeous mascara applique. Oh, what am I doing? Hold on. Let's put it back under there. Let's sit on it again. We need to curl the lashes. I almost forgot. I did not do any mascara on top of my lids today. You know how normally I'll do like a little wing? I didn't do any. We're gonna go very natural. We're not gonna do any mascara, liner, not mascara, liner. I did the waterline liner and that's about it. Good morning, Brianna. Do you know where the free gift changes to next week? Oh, what the free gift? I can find out. I can find out and tell you what Monday will be the free gift. I don't know it right now. I'd have to go look, but yes. Cheryl, message me. Can you do that? Message me to remind me and I can let you know. I just got to go into the website and look. And I can't do that while I'm on the phone and my laptop is dead. So that doesn't help you or me. All right, I got about 10 to 15 minutes and then I got to leave. Oh, I forgot to put the highlight color on the inside corner of my eyes. Watch how that changes. Hold on, I'll do that in just a second. All right, we're gonna let that dry for just a minute. Oh, another thing that I will tell you that I'm really sad about. But here's the one thing I will tell you, okay? There's a lot of products that are gonna go away. Oh, Yvette looked for me. Yay! Thank you, Yvette. It's the Total Package brush, which I will tell you, this is the brush that I use every single day for my contour. This is the Total Package brush. You can see because I took it out. So I unscrewed it from the rest, and I like it because it holds in my hand like this to do. So that's your free gift. As of Monday, your free gift will be the Total Package brush. Thanks, Yvette. It's like, I can't check it. If I do, it's gonna kick me off. Thanks, girl. All right, so we let that dry for just a minute. We're gonna go back and do a little more. You do as many coats as you feel comfortable. I typically do 2 or 3. So today until Sunday, it's the free Joy Bell nails, and they're the almond shaped and they're really pretty. I actually want to try them, but I'm really weird about my nails. I don't like to put things, I don't even get my fingernails done. I don't get my fingernails done. Everybody's always made fun of me. If I do anything, I just paint my natural nails. I'm weird. I don't like things on my nails, and I don't like for them to file my nails. So that's why you don't see me using them, but I would love to use them if I didn't have that kind of, it's not even a phobia, it's just a thing. I don't know, maybe it is a phobia. I just don't like things on my nails. Toenails are fine. That's why you guys will rarely see my nails done. I'm just weird. I'm weird like that. I don't like things on my nails. But I want to try them so bad because I feel like it's, to me, the cheapest way to do your nails, right? I'm like, you can do it at home, okay? I saw a thing yesterday where they were talking about gel nails. And did you guys know that over in Europe, okay, over in the UK, gel nails are illegal because they're so bad for you. When you go and they put all that stuff on your nails and then you put your nails inside that like blue light, it's so bad for you. So it's illegal over in Europe, but we still do it here in the US, which is crazy. It's absolutely crazy that the US allows us to just eat and drink and do all these things that are so bad for us. They really don't care. That looks so good. All right, we're gonna put some on the lower lashes. This weekend is a working weekend. I started to tell you guys that and then I got sidetracked. So I was saying, I hope I don't get bit by a snake. We have to go over to our property. So they're still working on the house. We went over there Wednesday and we had to do a walkthrough with our builder. I thought that walkthrough was only gonna take like an hour. It was like a 3-hour ordeal. I didn't realize, he didn't tell me that we were meeting the cabinet man. And so I literally had to walk through with the cabinet man, and he was taking a big fat Sharpie magic marker and he was drawing on the floor where I wanted my cabinets. And we were trying to design the pantry and we were trying to design the master bathroom cabinets on what we want. And then he's gonna give us a price. So it took forever. And then we had to walk through with the builder and show him where we wanted can lights and where we wanted like regular lighting and where we wanted a fan. So it just took a long time. But we're gonna go out there this weekend and we're gonna go way back in the woods and we are going to cut down with a chainsaw a bunch of trees that have fallen over. So we've got some trees that have fallen over and they're like big, like oak trees and things like that. But they are just laying to where you just see this dead tree. And Pat's really funny. He's like, I want to sit on the back porch and I want it to be nice and clean, is what he said. So he was like, let's come over here this weekend. He's like, I'm going to bring my chainsaw. We'll come over here this weekend and we will cut up all these limbs and try to cut up all these trees and try to make it as like pretty and as flat as we can, to where when we move in, because it'll be summertime, we won't be able to get out there in the summertime because of snakes and everything. But while things aren't fully green and vines aren't growing, we're gonna go do that this weekend. So I'm gonna wear my rubber boots and hope that I don't get bit by a snake. And yeah, we're gonna be out there working. All right, so I'm gonna use the color Patience. I'm gonna go with this natural. Color is Patience. Okay. I think this is like the perfect lip combo if you like a nude, to where it doesn't even really look like you have lipstick on. It's just gonna look like your natural lip color. So I just take that, color it all in. That's gonna last all day. You guys see that? This is a all day wear. Okay, so lip liner on. I don't have my lip mask in here. I think it's in my car. Dang it. I got one in my gym bag, but that's okay. Here, let's do this. I still have a little bit of, this is not good. It actually sucks. It's Aquaphor. It really does not do anything for your lips. I don't understand why this is like a lip treatment. It's terrible. It does not bleed out, and there's a trick to that, Cheryl. So one of the tricks that I teach is when you are using a waterproof eyeliner, you want to make sure, because here's what happens. That right there, when the water from your eyes touches it, it kind of changes the formula. So when I'm doing this, you'll see me do this. And what I'm doing is I'm wiping off any residue from the water. Okay, that's what's gonna make it remain waterproof. If you feel like you put this on and it bleeds, do this little trick to keep your waterproof liner waterproof, okay? Try that and it shouldn't bleed, okay? All right, we're gonna go in with a little Minted right in the center. And then we're gonna go in with a nude lip gloss. Look at how pretty this is. This is such a soft, pretty look. It's natural. There you go. So see, that looks like your lip color, but it just finishes your makeup. So good. Okay, let's do, I forgot, I did not do my highlight color. in the inside corner of my eye. So let's do that. I'm gonna grab my little brush. Okay, we're gonna go right in the inside corner. Look at that. Look at how that opens up that inside corner. I do put it on my top one. I already did that. Yeah, just wipe it off with your finger. So good. And that should do a better job. There we go. Brightened up those inside corners of the eyes. Okay. Okay, this is it. All right, if you guys want to grab any of my bundles, if you want to grab my skincare bundle, this is only for today. If I'm feeling froggy, I might extend it in tomorrow if you need me to wait till tomorrow, because since today's payday. You get your choice of your eyelash serum. If you don't want to do an eyelash serum, that's fine. We could pick something else. We could do like a pro concealer, anything else you could add in there, your choice. But the vitamin C serum is amazing. I used it this morning. I'm so excited to use it every single day. You're gonna get your rose water. Yeah, you're gonna get that. It's gonna be free shipping. You're gonna get your free nails, all the things. If you wanna see any of those, I'm also gonna be making some smaller bundles that are a lot cheaper. If you guys wanna see, which that one's gonna be cheap too. But if you wanna see the last chance deals that are gonna be like under 50 bucks, just message me and let me know, and I can send you that information to kind of look at. But this is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful Friday. Grab your KC Chic stuff before they sell out. 95% off today and tomorrow only. And then this is the new mirror from Fancy. Fancy is having a discount this weekend. You guys can grab this adjustable desk mirror, 10 times magnification with the light. Okay, if you guys want to grab that, let me know. I can send you my code. I do have all of my links and codes in the description of the video, so you guys can go check it out.